Hello, welcome to a new video. Today we've got a whole the dog wants to go out, sorry about him barking. We've got a whole August catch up for you. So we've got quintessential summer English events going on, which is a bit of fun, and we've got some fairy tale art, of course, and we've got also a camper van trip to Cornwall. So I hope you enjoy watching. We've had lovely weather today, which is just as well because I've just been out with my friends to Taunton Flower Show. So I've got some clips for that to put in now. Some tomato, please. Yeah, I do. You know.
That is quite something, isn't it?
Oh, they're beautiful. I love their dusky colours.
Yeah, farewell flowers, because usually they're so staid, aren't they?
Never been before. It was really good. Particularly, of course, enjoyed all the art and craft stalls. And yeah, still lovely to see all the flowers and lots of prettiness going on. Interesting to see that the judges of our local flower show competition, I don't know if you've remembered me talking about this before, but yeah, sometimes they can be really, well, nasty actually in their little comment section, judging everybody's entries, and the person at this one was even worse, I would say. Some of their comments were awful. And it's meant to be a bit of fun, so if anybody happens to be watching that knows somebody who is a judge in one of these village or town even, because Taunton is a pretty big town, and these flower shows with the arts and crafts competitions and obviously the flower displays as well, do have a word with them, because people won't enter if they're just knocked down and almost ridiculed in some of these comments. Somebody said they were marked down a point because there was no room for the judge, because it was a big crochet blanket that they'd put up on a display. Also, there was another crochet one. The category was to enter a crochet item made for a baby. Someone entered this beautiful crochet blanket with crochet flowers, and the comment was they would have won, but a baby could get their fingers tangled in the holes. It was crochet. The holes were no bigger than any of the other crochet items, and this clearly should have won. It was amazing. Anyway, it's kind of fun. You can only enter these things if you are sure that it's not going to knock your confidence, that's for sure. Anyway, right, I'm going to get back on with some painting, and I will see you again whenever I do something interesting enough to show you.
But now, the spoon we can say to me it's not your birthday.
So these clips are from the Frome Artisan Market. We've been wanting to go, honestly this has been on my list to go ever since we moved here, and it's only in the summer months, and it's the first Sunday or Saturday, I can't remember, of the month. And this year, well, Rain had a random day off work. It was very last minute, so it was like, what should we do, what should we do? And so we went here, and yeah, it's a lovely day out, me and the girls. We had a lovely day.
Let's go. He's Max.
Max.
I love that.
Shall we go in?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Getting on. Oh, you should.
So sorry the first two events of this video were not captured particularly well with my camera. It was either crowded or I was with people and trying to film subtly and just getting a few clips here and there to sort of record the day. But it just improved from here on out, and now we've got our camper van holiday, a sort of road trip to Cornwall. We did a few places, and yeah, it was just lovely. So yeah, oh, I just want to go back. I just love it there. Oh my god, that must be ready to pop! I bet tomorrow when we come along there was going to be a bit of fall. God knows what he's rolling in. There is poo everywhere. Is that is that the little baby? Did she pop it out overnight?
I don't think it's a bit bigger than that.
It's the right colour.
Yeah. They're horses, mate. It's probably that one load.
So we have come away to Cornwall in the camper van. We finally made it. We were actually meant to leave, is it 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, but a bit of the underneath of the van came off and was scraping on the ground, so we thought we'd better get that fixed before we came. So annoyingly, we've now had to come in the summer holidays and the A30 was busy. But we've come off the main road to stretch our legs and to sort of get ourselves started for the day. So we broke up the journey. Oh no, someone's got a strimmer. Yeah, so we stopped at Trippet Stone Circle again at Bodmin, and yeah, it's lovely there. But then we thought we'd better get back on the main road to avoid most of the traffic as early as possible. So we've just sort of come here, we've stopped here at a place called Gwenap Pit. We just saw a brown sign on the main road. Thought, okay, well let's go and find out what it is. And it's this. With a very pretty hydrangea. Okay, I'll quickly chat while the strimmer has stopped. So apparently it's a natural sort of sinky pit, but probably has fallen into an old mine shaft. And that's how it happens. It doesn't fill with water, so they think that's probably likely, but it doesn't seem like anyone knows for sure. Okay, the strimmer started, so I'm gonna have to say goodbye for now. You like our holidays, don't you, Merlin? So it's used for preaching. It was John Wesley's, did a whole load of Methodist preaching here, and it's still used as a church in the summer months now. So that's a little fact for you, a little fun fact. So that's apparently what it looked like in 1806. We're not convinced. Nom nom nom. We got lucky with parking. That's a shame. There's an empty house up there. This must have been their drive. That would be really cool to explore. Oh, that's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. How funny! I thought it was going to be huge.
Yeah. Not going through it, but
Yeah, I don't know if I'd fit through it, even if I wanted to get pregnant. You weren't going. Good. Wow, oh my gosh. There are spaces facing the sea. There's someone swimming in the sea. Hello, well now I'm out of the wind, I can actually vlog to you properly and you can actually hear what I'm saying. So after our fish and chips facing out to sea, which was lovely in Penzance, I actually had to look around the town for about an hour, which was very nice. I haven't actually looked around Penzance before, and I found, oh, I'm gonna forget the name of the shop, Moth, and I'll have to put it up on the screen, that I've seen on Instagram. A really lovely gifty and handmade clothing shop. So yeah, that was nice to look around. And I went into a bookshop called The Edge of the World Bookshop. So I bought a couple of books to read while we are away, and it's not like I haven't brought enough with me to do. I've got 2 massive bags of books to read and sketchbooks and all that sort of thing. Anyway, after that we went off to Menantol, which is an ancient standing stone formation. It is known for, if you want to get pregnant, you have to climb through the hole in the middle of the stone. We did pass a few couples, didn't we? But not me, I was not doing that, no. Was not going to risk it. But it was a lovely walk and lovely views from there, so it was worth going to. And I really wanted to go mainly because I've got a plan. I like to paint standing stones in ancient places, so I had this one on the list. So now I've got some photos and some reference notes that I've made from the place to refer back to when the time comes. I'm not going to be, oh maybe I will, maybe I'll paint it next week actually. I might do that. I didn't take my sketchbook. I could have taken my sketchbook up there, couldn't I? We could have sat there. The weather, oh, it was very windy actually.
Yeah, it might want to say.
But I feel like I have caught the sun today. It was really quite strong. So now we've come to Lamorna Cove, which we've never been to before, and we can stay. We're allowed to stay the night here. So this is where we are going to be. I mean, look at this view. Look at what I'm looking at. I mean, it's not the prettiest beach in the world perhaps, but you can't complain at that, can you, outside your window. Oh, there's a sailing boat coming in. So we're just going to chill here for the rest of the evening. There's a walk. We're actually on the southwest coast path and that goes off up that way, so I'll walk Merlin along there soon. We're just sort of chilling for a bit first and then I'll walk him up there when the sun gets a little nearer to setting, because I reckon there'll be a lovely sunset just around that corner. And these are the books I bought. The Curiosity of Folklore, Magic and Spells. So this comes from the Magpie in the Wardrobe, who I also follow on Instagram, and I've got her other book, well, another book, I don't know how many books she's got, but yeah, very cool. So I bought that one, and also honestly there were loads of cool, lots of folktale books. I could have spent lots of money there. So if that's what you're into, then yeah, go to this bookshop. It was a lovely bookshop. Cornish folktales, an ideal one to read while we are here. Yes, looking forward to reading that. Look at this poor look Merlin's giving me. We have not gone far. Look, the camper van is over there. Bit scarily close to the edge, I have to be honest. The path stops. I've just tried climbing up. No, all the rocks have fallen down and covered up the path. So we have not been able to get very far at all. I think we might be able to get through, but It doesn't look like the path goes anywhere over there. And look, poor Merlin, we're going for a walk, didn't I? No, I think we've got to go back. Steady, steady, steady. Look, look, that edge goes right over the edge. Oh gosh. Yeah. Don't think we're getting through there. Merlin was so disappointed, so I walked around the other way, looking for the coast path. Now I'm looking at it, I could have gone further, but we were behind a load of trees, couldn't see the sea, and it was just going up and uphill, and I didn't know how far it was going to go up. Now I'm looking, I could have gone further, but never mind. So we'll come down to the shore. It looks like it could be a lovely sandy beach at low tide. Need to check out the tide times, haven't done that yet. But it doesn't look like I'm going to get round for sunset, but to be fair, at least it's a cloudy evening. It doesn't look like it'll be the best sunset in the world. I just had to film it again because I don't think I've ever seen the moon's reflection that bright ever in my whole life. I mean, just look at that. So we've turned the van around, so in the morning we can open the back and look out to sea and just lie in bed because we've got 24 hours parking, so we may as well make the most of it. I'm coming, it's bedtime, I know it's bedtime. I'm coming. Just woken up. Now that's why you get a camper van. So I don't know if I've got time to zoom in before they've done it, but there are people going up there. I just went back over with Merlin, and you can get up there. That is where the coastal path goes. It literally is like rock climbing rather than a gentle walk. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. So good morning, it is now Sunday, and I don't know if I said where we are. It's called Lamorna Cove. For anybody who is a fan of the original Poldark, there are some harbour scenes and some Saul Village scenes filmed around here. So there you go, little film fun fact for you. So it is actually 1:45. We've had the most beautiful lazy morning. After I spoke to you originally, I went back to sleep for another couple of hours with the doors open, just listening to the waves. Oh my gosh, beautiful, beautiful. So this was a good find. Chris found this yesterday. Yeah, we haven't been here before, and because it's hard standing here, whereas most places where you can park aren't, they're in fields for the night. This is a good one to note for bad weather and off-season times we come down here, because oh my gosh, just oh my gosh. It's a shame the tide went out in the night and has come back in again this morning, so don't know how far the tide goes out. I'm sure at one point in the night I woke up and couldn't hear the waves, so I think it goes right further out, but don't know. So we're off to a craft fair now, I think, but there were some other stone circles in the area, so I'm going to quickly do a little bit of research to find out if they are en route or not. I can't believe we've never been there. No National Trust car park, I expect. Cornish roads. Sunday roast, nom nom nom. Merlin. Wow. It closed in 1889, reopened again in 1911 for something that I'd never heard of, for mining for something I didn't know, wasn't a word I recognised, and then closed again soon after, I think. So after our leisurely morning, we went and found a craft fair at Mount Pleasant, wasn't it? Mount Pleasant, that's it, Mount Pleasant Eco Park. Very, very cool place. We'll definitely go back there again. And the craft fair, there's a lot of really nice stuff actually. I bought myself this ring, and I bought myself some other jewellery that I have handed over to Chris to wrap up for Christmas, because that was a bit pricier. And by Christmas I will have forgotten all about it, which is quite nice. I could have spent quite a while looking around there. It was very nice. Was there anything in between? No, then we just had a lovely dinner. It was nice actually. It was just a beef eater because it's Sunday and there aren't many places open middle of the afternoon because we always get hungry at a strange time. And actually the food was really nice, and we've had some rubbish ones lately in beef eaters, but that one was good. And now we've come to Peevor Mine, a new place, never been here before. There's like footpaths and things to walk Merlin around, and some ruined mines. So this is cool. Oh, I didn't see the stinging nettles. I just got stung all up my right leg. Are there any dock leaves anywhere? Oh. He knows where to go. I'm guessing my makeup is all over my face because I've just had a shower of sorts. And so, which way should we go, Merlin? There's another path here. I did see another group of people do a loop. Ah, I did come the right way. Oh wow, this is why we come to Cornwall. Excuse me, I'm just going to get my camera out. So that's St Ives over that side. Down here is Gwithian Bay. So the lighthouse that we go to is just the other, just where the sun is setting there. Yeah, if you've watched my vlogs before, you'll know that the sun, we do see the sunset into the sea from there. Perhaps we should have gone there this evening. It's alright, Merlin, we'll go and join up. Sorry, interrupted by a bike rider. What a lovely path to go biking along. I just can't get over how beautiful it is. I keep getting distracted. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Tomorrow. Oh gosh, just look at it. I was saying about the day, wasn't I? Yeah. I think the mines were a bit disappointing. I can't remember what they were called now, because they were no good for photography. The metal things that they'd put in place for everybody to stand on to see inside were good for that purpose, but around the outside was all brambles. So, and yeah, the metal staircases. So it was that, I suppose, was a little bit disappointing, but it was a lovely place, and lovely place to have a little walk with Merlin. Good to discover new places. I still don't understand how we still find new places in Cornwall. It's not that big of a county. I suppose we spent too many days just sitting at Godrevy, which is our plan for tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm also glad we discovered that place where the craft fair was, because they do loads of events like live music, and it just seems like a really cool place to hang out. They do wild camping there, wild camping in inverted commas. It's not really, it's not really wild camping at all. It's £30 a night, but one to remember if necessary. But honestly, the place we had last night, right by the sea, and the sound of the waves through the night was just, it was gorgeous. So just gentle, calm waves, you know. On the north coast, it's not quite often not the sound to lull you to sleep. Sorry, I've got to do a circle because of the dog and the lead. He's going round again. Oh, Merlin, this way. He doesn't believe me that we're doing a loop. And again. Right, I'm going to say goodbye because I must be making you dizzy. And yeah, off to bed now. Well, the sun has just gone down. I'll say goodnight and see you tomorrow. It's raining!
Oh, this is not meant to happen.
No! Seaweed on the beach today is just disgusting. It's horrible stuff. This is not the weather we expected. This was not on the forecast before we left. We can't say the word of what is actually happening. We just have to say water from the sky, because otherwise Merlin thinks our eldest daughter is about to turn up. And carry on with my writing. It's a bit of a blustery evening. It hasn't been this bad the whole day, but we did get a lot of rain earlier on, and it cleared up though. It's been quite a nice afternoon. We had a nice walk up to see the seals. We saw one bobbing in the sea, but that's all. I haven't really had anything to show you. I've been writing most of the day. I haven't done any drawing this trip. Not a single thing, and I brought it all with me, of course. I'm going to go inside because I'm worried that you can't hear me because of the wind. The light is not as good in here though. Merlin is acting strangely. We got his castration implant done about a week and a half ago, and he's having a surge of testosterone. Apparently that's normal. I've just been googling it, and it has been a bit of a nightmare on this trip. But yeah, we'll hopefully get over it quite soon with any luck. Won't we, Merlin? Yeah? You like all this wind, don't you? So now the sun is setting, we are probably going to go off and find, well actually we found somewhere to go and sleep tonight, and then I think tomorrow we're going to go and visit some stone circles and quoits and magical things I found in this book called Magical Britain. So that should hopefully be fun tomorrow. The weather's meant to be a little better tomorrow, I think. That took us totally by surprise. The forecast before we left had no rain at all, but never mind. It was good to have it today while we were planning on being inside the van anyway. Oh dear, I do look tired in the viewfinder. Yeah, so basically not much to fill you in on. I've done planning, lots of planning of my art. I've written lists of paintings I want to paint. Yeah, just thinking ahead to autumn and what I need to get done before Christmas. Anyway, I shall say goodbye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy boy. You don't know what's going on with your hormones, do you? This one might be one of them.
Oh, it could be, couldn't it?
It did say 2 were in the hedge.
Oh.
So maybe there's that one as well. Those 2. Good morning. Our first stop of the day is 9 Maidens / 9 Sisters / 9 Virgins stone circle. We were actually heading for a different 9 Maidens stone circle, but there's quite a few apparently around Cornwall called that. So yeah, we found an ancient stone circle, but we're the wrong side of a wall with bramble the other side, and we think there is actually another entrance there, but the road was so busy and it wasn't easy to walk Merlin along. So I think we're going to abandon the mission to this one and just look at it from here and head on to our next stop of the day. Beautiful day though. It's warm. I'm too warm in this cardigan. If it wasn't for that tractor, it'd be peaceful quiet as well. Beautiful. Look at that view. Wow. Okay. Back to the van. Well, it was a little bit of a trek along the verge of a very fast road, but we found it. Here's the 9 Maidens near St Columb Major, if you're interested. So this one's a row, not a circle. So there's one over here that apparently they found when it was excavated. It was standing on top of a big pile of quartz, so they think that was put there for the extra energies. So I'm going to take some photos for my references, and I think as I'm wearing this white dress I'll prat about and maybe get some references as well for pictures. So we've come to
Dosemary.
Dosemary or Dosmary
DOZ, yeah.
Lake, which is the lake that the Lady of the Lake gave King Arthur his sword. You can see why. You can see why they picked this lake. It's pretty.
Aloft Excalibur from the bosom of the water.
Let's pop outside and have a look. So we thought it was a good lunch time spot to have our lunch on our way home. Did I say we were on our way home today? I can't remember. Well, we are, which is a shame. So we're stopping at a couple of places as we go. I think though we're running out of time already, and I think we've only got perhaps time for one more spot. Those cows in the water are so cute. What a gorgeous place for lunch. Go on.
No.
Go on.
No.
You can't just wield power because some watery tart threw a sword at you. Is there something like that? He's such a spoilsport. Yeah, Monty Python quote, if you didn't know.
You can't expect to wield supreme executive power just because some watery tart threw a sword at you.
Okay, I think I'm going to just grab a couple of pictures of the place and we shall be off.
There's ducks, ponds with stones over it.
Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. You couldn't get prettier, could you? Oh wow. Look at splosh, splosh, splosh. Do you want to go in? Oh, done. You couldn't get more peaceful, could you? It's just a really hot day, and when I was sort of thinking it would be alright to do a walk, I was thinking of the Cornish breeze, but now we're in Dartmoor and looks a bit more uphill also than I was expecting. Oh well, just good, just good. This is Scorrel Stone Circle. There are 23 stones standing and 11 that have fallen, and it's thought there were many, many more once upon a time. Go back uphill to go downhill again. If you stand in the centre on Midsummer Eve, the sun will set over the tip of the tallest stone. This view is just incredible. Oh. Did you see the look he gave that stone? I thought we were going to scrape that wall, I really did.
Because this is the one that was fine for wide vehicles.
Oh, is it?
It's the other one that was unsuitable for wide.
We've got no idea what they're doing, but I think we might be here for a while. So that was the end of our mini holiday. It was so lovely. It was a really nice mix of sightseeing, going new places, and also some relaxing in the van, which is always lovely. And then here I am taking some photos of my art. I think it was so I had photos for a critique, because I went on to then do some changes, so I think that was why. I'm sorry, it was too long ago now, I can't fully remember. But yeah, I then did some more work on my art pieces that were on the go. So I am pausing this one. I'm just gonna sit and look at it for a little while. I like it. I think it could be finished. I'm concerned that maybe the purple is too bright. I wonder if I need to grey it down a bit more, possibly make it a little pinkier. I'm not sure. But today's going to be a little bit about tweaking. I think there's just a couple of things I might do. I think I'm going to make the green darker behind her hair, just there, so that she stands out a little more. I think this one I'm completely happy with. I had the critique about it, and I think I've made the final any final tweaks for that one. This one I think I'm still going to sit with, just contemplating that one at the moment. And this one I'm just going to tweak her mouth, I think. I feel like I didn't quite get the mouth right, but apart from that I'm happy with that one. But I'm also going to get the maypole picture off the wall, and I'm just going to add some more grasses. The poppies look a little bit odd. They're just like stems and poppies, and that's not how they grow naturally. So I'm going to add some more grasses into that one. And yeah, just sort of look around. Yesterday I covered up some of the writing. Originally I wanted my writing to show, and I've changed my mind. I want it covered up. I want it to be mysterious. I want there to be writing, and on close inspection you can tell that there might be writing underneath there, but I don't want the words to be part of the painting really. So that's a little tweak I did yesterday, and I'm waiting for the paint to dry. Let me prop it here on my chair. Does that work? No, it's sort of sideways. I just want to add some roses going up there to bring the eye around the picture a little better. Yeah, I just feel like there's a bit of a dirty gap there. So some roses going up to the tree would be nice anyway, and I think then that one is done. I think this one is done, but actually there is something I want to do with this one. The leaves, these sort of abstracty sort of leaves do look a little bit samey. I'm going to build up a bit more texture on and do some thick oil paint over the top, just to give it all a little more balance. Yeah, I'm doing all these sort of last tweaks, and then I'm going to photograph them all ready to go on the website, which is quite exciting. I haven't done a shop update at all this year. All my new paintings are going to go up soon, so hopefully that will be done. Actually, by the time this video goes up, I'll probably interrupt the edit and let you know if it is or not. Hello, editing me here from the future. So yes, I have put up almost all of the paintings. I didn't quite get them all done in time for this video to go up, which I'm really annoyed about, but yeah, so it takes a lot of time. But all of the watercolour and gouache dancing women are all up there. So if you are at all interested in collecting my art, then this might be a good place to start, because these are much more affordable than the bigger pieces that are more detailed. So those are there now on helenhobden.com, along with most of the other new ones, but not quite all of them. But hopefully they'll be up soon. Okay, I need to rush off. I'm going to choir this evening, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. And that one that's balancing up there behind the dog treats, I've got a critique booked for 2 days' time, so I shall leave that one alone for now and see what's said there. I used to know a woman called Isabel. I didn't know her very well, but I'd see her every week and we'd exchange a few words. And then one week she wasn't there and she didn't reply to my messages. I knew she'd had some trouble with her ex-husband, but I hadn't realised just how bad it was. A few days later I received a reply explaining she'd had to leave and was now in a woman's refuge. And that was it. I never saw her again. Her phone number no longer worked, her Facebook profile deleted. And I think about what immense courage that must have taken to cut herself off from everyone she knew for the sake of herself and her son. And when I look at this painting, I think of Isabel. I don't know her exact circumstances, but somehow she had the chance to escape and she took it, like the woman in the painting found the key she needed and left the tower. So it's photography day today. I'm going to finally take pictures of all of the 15 figures that I did earlier in the year. I've been wanting to do it, but the weather hasn't been right. It's either been far too bright or too windy, and I'm really worried because it is still a little bit windy. But I'm too impatient, I just want to get on with it, so we're going to give it a go. I really didn't know how to do these because I've got my big easel out over there, but it's too big. The pictures look a bit ridiculous on there. So I've had my sort of recipe stand that I use for notebooks and my iPad sometimes. I've got that out, I've got this mini little easel, and then I was like putting them around the place and it just looked messy everywhere. The garden looks rubbish at the moment. All the flowers have died and it's been too hot. Everything's wilting and looking rubbish. Then I remembered I have these like professional photography backgrounds, so I'm probably going to pick that pale marbly looking one and just lay it down on the ground and just stand over the top of it and lay them flat. I think that's the best way to do it. And once I've done that for the website, I'm going to switch to my camera and do some Instagram pictures with propping them around the garden where we have got the occasional flower, and getting some fake flowers and things like that. I didn't expect this to happen. Near the beginning of this year, I sat down to paint a series of women so I could practice work on figures. What happened though was much more than that. Each woman took on their own personality and they spoke to me in different ways. I'm guessing that amongst these paintings there's one that resonates with you. Perhaps there's something about her expression that interests you. Perhaps the hint of a background suggests a story that you find fascinating. Or maybe her soul reminds you of someone you know. If you choose one, I hope having her in your life brings you what it is you need right now. Do take a look at my website, helenhobden.com. That really made me jump. I'm going to call it a wrap and say that's the last one. I'm not quite finished. I wanted to do some spring styling because I haven't got as far as putting our spring decorations completely away yet. But I think that's going to wait for next year because today, well, my back is killing me and it's actually getting quite gloomy. I've thought I've possibly felt the odd spot of rain, so I think it's probably a good time to tidy up. I was going to photograph some of my more recent pieces on the easel over there as well, but then I remembered I haven't painted the edges yet, so I've got to get on and do that first. Well, I'm off outside to do some blackberry picking. They have been ready for weeks and I've just been waiting for them. They usually come and spread. I'm always planning and I think, right, tomorrow I'll do the blackberries, tomorrow I'll pick the blackberries, and then I wake up in the morning and they're spreading the slurry on the field and there's no way you can eat the blackberries after they've done that. It goes, yeah. So I'm going out there today. It's not the best weather. I've been waiting for a nice sunny day. The forecast said it was going to be sunny. It's not really. It's cloudy and it's a bit chilly. I put my cardigan on for walking the dog. But yeah, I'm going to do it anyway and get as many in as I can. And then at the weekend when the kids come, I'm going to make a blackberry and apple pie. I think we've got some apples, so I think I can use my own apples. The plums have not been great this year. We've had a couple. I've had a few that I've missed that have landed on the ground and gone rotten. But yeah, definitely not enough to make chutney like I did. Was that last year or the year before? Might have been the year before actually. And I haven't had plums that good since then. So obviously strange weather conditions. Never had this many apples in the entire time we've lived here, but yeah, very pleased about the apple situation. Anyway, I thought I'd do a little introduction whilst I'm inside. It seems to have calmed down a bit actually, but the traffic has been really loud and you know what it's like in the garden, you can't hear a word I say, so that's why I thought I'd say it here quickly. And now let's go outside and I'll show you what I mean. I'm trying to get the shot of my zips, Merlin. First of all, he was eating when I was trying to get the shot of my zip, which is annoying. Now he's come for a cuddle. Oh, Merlin. I think I shall leave you inside. You're going to knock my tripod over. Yes, you will. There we go. Although August was dry, the temperature dropped and you could definitely feel wisps of autumn in the air in the second half. The garden harvest was early. The kids and I have often gone blackberry picking as late as the October half term, but there'll be no chance of that this year. I don't actually believe it. We literally had 4 apples last year. We had hardly any. There are more on the trees that are going to be ready soon. This is going to keep me going in apple sauce, apple pies for a little while. Yes, apple and blackberry pie. I think I'm going to make one. The kids are coming around in a couple of days. I can't make one for them. this is another event I've been meaning to go to ever since we moved, which was, by the way, 17 years ago when we moved from Kent to Somerset. This is the Wells Moat boat race, and it happens every year on Bank Holiday Monday, and yeah, we've either been busy, tired, or not been able to get time off work or whatever. So this was another little fun outing with me and the girls. Again, a lovely day. We really enjoyed ourselves, and we had lunch in a cafe, which was lovely. Yeah, it's just one of those fun things that goes on. That's my little introduction to these few random clips. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I've just done a little sketch of a woman, and I'm going to be doing another one where the background is potentially completely abstract. Oh my gosh, after doing 5 really large paintings in a row, coming to A3, it feels absolutely tiny. And once again, I am trying a new surface. So this is the oil painting art board by De La Roni. So not used this before. It'll be interesting to see how it accepts watercolour and potentially any other thing that I do. Yes, I think I'm going to begin this one actually with a bit of an underpainting. I think I'm going to do Inktense paint on the figure, and then we shall go from there and see what happens. Oh my gosh, you've nailed it!
Pretty much almost, yes.
I knew I'd forget to film the pie once I'd made it. Anyway, here's half of it left, and it is delicious. And as a side note, I do love this dish. Well, I am really happy with this painting. I've got to be so careful because the paint is so thick, it is not drying. It's just so pretty. I'm so pleased with it. It was very strange going back to such a small size after all the big pieces I've been doing lately. I really like this style. I'm sort of getting into a completely abstract background. Still experimenting to find my spot, you know. I do like an abstracted landscape as well, but yeah, really like that. That's definitely one of my favourites. So I sat down to film because of this envelope that has just come through the post. I think I know what it is. I hope I'm right. This is the August, September, October edition of In Her Studio. Now this is a Stampington publication, not generally sold in the UK, but I did spot the previous copy in a WH Smith's recently. So I was like, wow, you can get it in the UK in some places. So it depends how many magazines your local stationers stock, I suppose. I usually buy it every time I'm in America. I buy an In Her Studio, but Bella Grace is the Stampington one I have a subscription to that Chris buys me every year for Christmas, which is nice. But this one is a special one, and I'm excited to show you why. Let's have a little flick through. There it is. Page 65. There I am. So, the words say, in my studio I feel a sense of calm which creates space in my mind for inspiration. Here I can escape from worries and reminders that our 18th century farmhouse is in desperate need of renovation. Instead, I can escape to dreams and stories that become part of my art. I'm inspired by history, folklore, and the nature I am lucky enough to see from my window. While I am painting, I can look out onto the beautiful Somerset countryside. Currently, swallow chicks are learning to fly. Around me I have fairy statues, various art prints I've collected, paper roses, art supplies, and ever-increasing stacks of notebooks. My pets wander in and out to keep me company, and I rarely want to leave. And I've had, yeah, it's been really nice. I've had quite a few new followers on Instagram, which is very nice and welcome. So if you are one of those people that have found me through In Her Studio, do let me know below. It's really exciting. And yeah, they contacted me through Instagram and they chose this picture. It was one of the ones Chris took for the new website. Yeah, how cool is that? Right, well, I shall leave this video here. I feel like it's going to be a really long one because we've done a lot in August. So I shall say goodbye. I hope you have enjoyed watching everything, and I will see you again very soon. Do take care. Bye.